defense back on its heels.
So 3 plays already, 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Sanders will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So his great start to the season continues. He found the end zone time after time in the opener last week, and he does it again here in week 2.
And Brandon, we have a lot of coaches tell us week to week that there is no momentum, there is no carryover. Every game is its own entity. But after what we saw him do last week and now punching one in here, I'm starting to think that there is a carryover, and he's feeling it.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Go. Go. Check, man. Kill. Turn up. Check, cut.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Here we go. Red 38. Get the ball. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Black shot.
And Lance will try again on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
These two teams, division rivals, of course, and you remember back to Week 18 last year, although Colts fans don't want to remember back to Week 18 last year. The Colts needed a win, and the Jags, they were kind of looking ahead to 2022, but the 2-win Jags came up with one of the shockers of the season. They stunned the Colts 26-11 in Jacksonville, and that loss ultimately kept Indianapolis home for the playoffs.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second down and 6 now from the 42. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Right there. 54, right there.
10, blaster, 6, 10.
Here's Lance. Caught by Gates, left side. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 23. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Connor up the middle. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And Lance now to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Lance looking to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown. Davante Adams with career touchdown number 75. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
The throw over the middle taken in and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Newton, Olave over the middle, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
20. Check 26, check 26.
Running right, here's Sanders. And some room to roam. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys have now moved out in front. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go again to Jones. Skirts by him at the 35. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. In motion is the tight end Gates.
Dragon 60.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Lance now on first down. Right side catch. This is Gates. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. They go back to the ground with Jones. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing again on second down. Lance setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Ready. Blue 32.
54.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Watch 54. Here we go, D. Right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville.
Aaron Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
And that flag accepted. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Smash.
52.
19 Lions.
He's not going to get me.
Hurry.
To throw, Huntley. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
Hold the ball.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Here's Lance to throw it.
He's got his man, Gates. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Mike 52. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Go.
52. Mike 52. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 52 is the Mike.
Now Lance.
What we got? Let's go.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here.
Ball ran.
And Lance going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football from his end zone, Wilson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here. There he goes, right side. 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. 77 yards. And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Trouble, 38. He's old blue. Ready.
On play action, Lance. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Red, cycle. Yellow, go. Ready, go.
Looking to throw on second down. Lance. And he's going to go down again. A.J. Epinesa, the one credited for the sack.
Cycle, 3-3.
Play action. Now it's Lance. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
50 red. 50 red.
Here we go. Hey, watch that.
Smash, red.
54. You ain't doing nothing.
Lance to throw for it on fourth down. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Up the middle, Jones. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. The give is to Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 113 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now a play fake. Lance gonna let this thing go deep for Gates. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And he'll get in as they're back within his score now. The lead's down to 7. Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
To about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll try the air now with Newton.
And this one taken in by Olave.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Newton now to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on 3rd downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Colts are on their way to a 2-0 start. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need to score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. An inside give to Jones. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The offense on 3rd down, they've had good success. 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. A give to Jones. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Desperation time here. Lance. And that's complete to Gates. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Off the play fake. Lance. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 144 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Black shot.
Shotgun now for Lance. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Nasir Adderley that time making the tackle.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Newton on the move past the 40. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Newton. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Cluster, 6.
52. Mike 52. Wants the pass.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Lance. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
10 cycles. Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Let's go. 10 black.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Working from the gun. Lance. Touchdown, Jaguars. Aaron Jones from 8 yards out. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked to his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over Dallas. He continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. No return here for Wilson. To touch back, it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Colts, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things